Hello and welcome to Mollie's Motif. This is Emily and today I am putting together a Thinking of You card and I'm going to be following a few different challenges. The sketch is coming from Mojo Monday, their challenge that they put out at the beginning of the week. So I'll be following that. And then Paper Playtime, they have a challenge to use sparkle on your cards. Die Cut and Divas, they want you to use buttons on your card or your project. And then the base color scheme and my pattern paper that I've chosen, it's all stemming from the challenge that my Craft Spot has issued. It's a Pinterest inspired challenge and there's a really pretty picture of some mason jars that have been painted blue and white, and then some really pretty white and pink flowers that are in the jars. So head on over there and take a look at that picture because it's a beautiful picture. So that's kind of where the color scheme and the pattern paper, you know, is coming from. I've got a standard A2 size card and it's just this royal blue color that's really pretty. And then I am going to be using some cuts from Art Philosophy, so we'll get to that in a little bit. Then my base mat, it's just this really pretty peach, pink, pale pink paper, and that is coming from this Prima 6x6 pack. It's called Almanac, and I did get this at Hobby Lobby, and it's just a really pretty pack. It's got a lot of antique colors, some browns, blacks, grays, pinks, and peach colors, and I think it's just a really pretty pack. I really like the antique feel that this one has. So that's where my base mat is coming from. And then here is my sparkle that I'm going to be adding to my card. It's just a really pretty white cream sparkle glitter paper. And that is coming from this Die Cuts with a View linen closet paper pack. And it's just got some really pretty colors and glitter paper in there. So that's where this has come from. And then, just following the Mojo sketch, I have a strip of blue shimmer paper, and that comes from Die Cuts with a View Shimmer Matte Stack. And this one has just some really warm colors to it. So if you can see that, a little bit of shimmer and shine to it if the light hits it just right. It's just really pretty blue paper. So that'll be going down the center. And then this piece is also from the Almanac pack. Just going to go there. And then from Art Philosophy, I've gone ahead and cut out on page 21, I've cut out the circle and the layer 1. And I cut that out 2 different times. So instead of having a shadow behind your circle, you basically have a frame. And I'll just kind of show you how that turned out. So here is my circle that I cut, and it's 3.5 inches. And then here's the layer, also at 3.5, and it's a nice little frame. So I haven't used that before. I kind of like that feature. So that'll go just on the center. And then I've cut another circle. This one is at 2 inches. Let me just make sure that that's right. Yep, 2 inches. And I've cut this circle, this paper comes from the companion Die Cuts with a View, the companion stack for linen closet. And this one actually has patterns on the paper along with glitter. So there's some really pretty papers in this one. It's kind of, I like the colors and the different pattern paper that they have in here. So anyway, that's where this one comes from. I actually used center point on my Cricut because I wanted to make sure that I cut this specific flower out. And so I just put my blade in the center and then hit center point and then, you know, set my size and hit cut, and it worked out perfect. And then here's the layer that goes on like the frame. So that'll go over like that. And then also from Art Philosophy, on page 68 of the handbook, there is this long and skinny banner. There's a couple different banners in this on this cartridge, and I do like this one because it saves me from having to do some freehand work. So I've just cut the banner out twice, one at 2.5 inches and one at 2 inches. And this paper, it also comes from that linen stack, and then this also is from the linen glitter stack. So those will be tucked under my little circle there, something like that. So, yep, so basically that's just the sketch for Mojo Monday. Just followed that. And then here are the buttons that I'm going to be using. I just found some in my stash. They're kind of they're a flat finish, but there is some shine to it. So it's, I guess I should say smooth. It's a very smooth finish, but there is, yeah, just they're shiny, so I like that. So that's basically how my card is going. And then I said it's going to be a thinking of you card, and so here's the stamp set I'm using. It's a Fiskars, and I'm just using this thinking of you. And I like these stamp sets because they're just so small. You can fit them pretty much anywhere. So that'll just be stamped right at the bottom there. So I'll go ahead and get this put together. I'll work on the inside, and I will come back and show you how it all came together. Okay, so I've got my card put together. I did decide to go ahead and do some inking. So I've inked around my base mat and my center mat just with some Tim Holtz Tea-Dyed Distress ink, and I just use my makeup sponge to do that. And then I did pop up my base circle mat on 1 thickness of foam tape, so there's a little bit more dimension there. My Sentiment Thinking of You I stamped with Colorbox Chestnut ink, and then I used some glue dots to tack down my buttons. And then the inside of the card I just kind of made as a simple mat, just with some of the same elements. I went ahead and used some of the scrap of the base mat for the bottom, and then I did cut another circle and layer from Art Philosophy, and I cut this at 1 3/4 inch, and then I cut another banner at 2 1/4 inch, and then I put another strip of that sparkly white cream cardstock at the top. And then I wanted to put something in the middle of my circle, but I wasn't sure what. I could easily have put another sentiment in there, but I was going through my stamps and found just this fun little design. It's from the Fiskars All Year Cheer, and I kind of really liked that, so I just wanted to use that just to give it, you know, just something extra in the middle. And there's plenty of room to write a handwritten message on the cream or taupe cardstock mat there. So this is my card. I really like how it came together. It's a little bit different. I've not done a card with this color palette before, but I do like it. I like how it turned out, and I hope that the camera can pick up the sparkle and the shine to this card, because that's really nice. My pictures with my camera doesn't always capture that, so hopefully on the film it will. And like I said, I'm going to be entering this into those few challenges that I talked about earlier. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. I'd appreciate any feedback or comments that you'd have for me. You can always check out my blog at smalleymugsblog.blogspot.com, and we will catch you next time.